Yeah. Yeah.
God save you.
Are there any problems?
Well, it depends what... Of course, it's your own skelet's fault need the most help. There's some of them at the monastery. I talked to Johanka a few times, and she's working her fingers to the bone, taking care of the injured ones there. I'm sure she'd welcome some good Samaritan who would lighten her load. And there's another thing. There's one troublemaker around here not long ago, but we dealt with him. He was selling some relics and he claimed were miraculous, but it was nothing but worthless trinkets. The villagers sent the bloody swindler packing so fast, you couldn't see his heels for dust. All the way to the Dechko, I believe. I reckon he won't last long there either. That's all I can think of. Farewell.
I hope I can be of some...
I've got a bit of coin today. What better way?
Just as you ordered.
You're a brave soul, taking me on.
Bring it right
I'm not
away.
used to losing.
I could do with something to eat.
Here.
Any chance of a bite to eat?
Coming. All right. All right.
Whatever's quick.
That's it. We'll see. Now I'm for the chop. That's all.
Pour me one.
Hmm.
Ale.
One ale over here, please.
My pleasure.
That's it. Now you.
Here. Enjoy it. Here.
Hardly worth talking about. Finished. Well, of all the fucking... That's it.
One ale, please.
Cursed luck.
I'd like a beer.
Fucked. Again. What the...
Just as you ordered. I'll bring it right away.
Yeah. Yeah.
Glad to fucking see you, Henry.
How do you like it at the mill, Fritz? It's got to be better than the mines.
It's worse here than at Scarlett's. There you could disappear without anyone noticing. But here...
But why would you want to disappear? Nimoy isn't here.
No, he's not. But the local foreman is an even bigger ass.
I'm not sure that's possible.
You better believe it. I'd like to pay him back for everything and drown him in the river.
Drown him? What's he done to you?
It was the first or the second day here. We had a disagreement and I told him off. And then, all of a sudden, we're fighting and that fucker just throws me in the river. I nearly drowned.
Well, how did you get out? I thought you couldn't swim.
I can't. They pulled me out. I was up to my waist in water.
I see. Well, I'd be pretty fucking angry too. So you want to pay him back?
Exactly. I don't give a shit about anything around here, but that bastard's in need of a good trouncing.
What about the others at the mill? Are they awful as well?
The miller's an old fool. He believes every word that comes out of Thomas's mouth. It's hopeless. And then there's the miller's daughter. She's a pretty lass, and kind with it. And what can she do? Nothing. Not that it stops Matthew gonna see her. But it's Thomas who's the root of the problem.
Do you think he's jealous? Is she a sweetheart?
He might make puppy dog eyes at her, but most of the time he just struts about like a peacock. I really don't think she's the problem.
And what do you want to do about it? Do you think you can come to an agreement?
No fucking chance. Matthew hopes so because he likes it here. It's true the work's better than the mines, but the pay's worse.
So how do you plan on dealing with it? Leaving?
Perhaps. But first, I want to give Thomas a proper trouncing. I mean a real thrashing.
And you think that will help?
Maybe. Maybe he'll knock some sense into that fat head of his. Or he'll be too frightened to mess with me.
That might help.
So why don't you arrange a fight with him? If we win, he'll leave us alone. Oh, we could...
What?
We could lure him off someplace far away and then wait for him. Maybe to play dice with Lawrence. He would have to go through the dark woods.
I'll think about it.
Goodbye.
Hey, Henry.
I've heard you don't have it easy here.
So you spoke to Fritz then? I bet that wasn't quite how he put it.
No, not quite. Apart from Thomas's name, the rest was mostly swear words.
I can imagine. I've been hearing the same from him all week. The foreman here is a pain in the arse. He's trying either to wear us to the bone or force us to leave.
Always forcing you to work, is he?
If only. That wouldn't be so awful. But nothing we do is good enough for him. There's always some reason for him to yell at us.
I can imagine.
You know what it's like. We do too little, and it takes us too long, and what we eat's worth more than the work we've done, and it's no fun listening to that sort of shit day after day.
And the miller won't stick up for you. I would have thought all the yelling would drive him mad.
Not really. He trusts that loudmouth bastard more than us. He's got us down for a pair of parasites.
I see.
What's so stupid is the mill really needs us. They haven't had any hands here for quite a while, and the mill needs a lot of fixing. But with them around, we can't even get to work.
And you definitely don't... You don't ever provoke him?
I've already told you once, he's an arsehole. I'd say there's nothing we can do about it. If he wants to yell at us, he'll yell at us.
Have you tried talking with him?
What do you think? But that just sets him off. He starts saying we're practically bandits, and what he's going to do about it. That gets Fritz going, and he starts yelling too, and...
And what do you want to do about it?
Actually, I'd like to stay here, at least for a bit. I never would have thought I'd like working at a mill. But not with him around. It's unbearable, and there's no one I can complain to. But you could.
Me? Do you think they'll listen to me?
They did once already, didn't they? They hired us because of you.
Back then, making promises was enough. Now,
You can forget about the miller. It's Thomas you need to convince. The miller takes his opinion seriously. So, will you do it for it?
fine.
I'm glad. But try not to get on his wrong side. You won't get anywhere with him then.
I'll keep that in mind.
God be with you.
I am at your service, Sir Knight.
So what do you think about the workers I brought you?
If I hadn't put in a good word for them, the miller would have thrown them out by now.
I heard them say something else.
So they're complaining, are they? I provide for them, and all they do is slack off.
Isn't it the miller who provides for them?
He can't manage the work anymore. If it weren't for me, there'd be nothing left standing around here.
But you need the help anyway. And they're pretty handy.
Maybe, but they're in no danger of overworking themselves. They act like they're too good for the mill, and I saw them eyeing up Jane.
Yeah, nothing strange about that. She's a pretty girl, and she's of an age to marry.
It's not marriage they've got on their minds. They'd have their way with her, then before her belly started to grow, they'd have run for the hills.
Look, we can reach an agreement. You need the mill fixed, they need the money. If they have peace to do their work, they'll be able to finish it faster.
But
And then they'll take their groschen and leave. The mines will open again, and the faster they get their money, the quicker they'll be gone.
do you really think I can trust them to do it? Will they do their work and leave? And leave Jane alone in the meantime?
Of course. They're not interested in the mill. They just need the coin to pay their debts. Once they've got enough, they'll have no reason to stay here.
I never thought we could sort it out this way.
I've known them for a long time, and you can rely on them when it comes to this. Everybody will be better off.
All right. If they keep their part of the bargain, I'll even give them a few extra groschen. But woe betide them if they don't. You can tell them that. Farewell.
Greetings, Henry.
It took some doing, but I made a deal with him.
I'm glad to hear it. So we can stay here? He'll leave us be?
He'll leave you alone, but there are conditions. Once you finish your job, you'll vanish from here. But you'll get an extra groschen or two for your troubles.
And that's it? I thought... Never mind.
Oh, and you're to stop dallying with the miller's daughter. Keep on mucking about with her and you'll muck things up for yourselves.
The fucking bastard. He can go fuck himself. He'd better give us enough groschen to make it worth it. But I suppose I should thank you. You may have brought us some peace and quiet, and that's better than nothing. Here's something for your help. See you later.
God damn! Kurva! I'm gonna enjoy this! Blood spill. Cry now! Ow! What's the matter?
Yeah. I want your money. Oh, please. Yeah.
Snoring here? Clear off.
I'm happy to see you again, sir.
Likewise. No doubt you have many questions.
I certainly do.
We will talk. Not here, however. The wolves have ears. Let's meet at the pond after sunset. You'll find me waiting by the big willow tree.
I'll be there.
I will expect you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd like to learn something from you.
And what can you do?
A bit of everything.
Can you now? But to be more precise, do you understand herbs and medicinal plants?
To be honest, not really.
So what am I supposed to do with you? Well, never mind. At least you'll learn something new. Go to the herb garden, take a good look at what's growing there, and then pull up the weeds in the herbaceous beds. Is that clear?
Clear. I can get cracking.
Not so fast. Have I even told you what I consider a weed? It's dandelions, stinging nettles, and thistles. Those plants have their use, but they've no business growing among the euphrasia and the mentha, or anywhere else in that garden for that matter.
Where is it they're not supposed to?
Between the mint, once you've cleared the garden of weeds, come back, and woe betide you if you pull...
Don't worry, you've never had as good a gardener. How do I know which are the weeds?
You see, this is the part where you learn something. Look in the herbarium to find out what a dandelion, stinging nettle, and thistle look like.
Where is it?
Between... God be with you.
What will happen to my family?
How do I know?
You see, this is the part where you learn...
I see.
Take care now. Look out.
Please. What will happen to my family?
Yeah.
It's done.
Did you weed the beds and leave what should be growing there alone?
Not a leaf wasted.
I'm glad to hear it. I'm going to check with my own eyes.
Farewell.
Please, help me.
Take care now.
What's happening here? Oh my God. Philip and... they're all...
Yes. Where do you think the wounded ended up?
Actually, I had no idea.
Well, now you know. Me and Nicodemus have been trying to keep things under control since Skalitz was raised. Just the two of us.
So can I help at all?
Certainly. We can always use an extra pair of hands here. And it's been like that since the beginning.
I was in a bad way myself back then. They took me to Ratai unconscious and I needed a healer. How is everyone holding up? What can I do?
Holding up? People here are dying, usually needlessly, and I can't do anything about it. We don't have enough food or space or anyone who's willing to help us.
Doesn't anyone help you with nursing these people? You've got scholars all around you.
Scholars, maybe, but they leave the healing up to God. Nicodemus is trying, but everything he knows is from his books.
Brother Nicodemus? Who's he?
He takes care of the injured. He knows something about herbs and a little about setting broken bones.
And is he good at it?
He tries, but he doesn't have much experience.
Doesn't the monastery care for them?
They give us some food for them and a place to sleep, but I wouldn't say they help exactly. More like they just tolerate us.
Do you have enough food?
Enough to survive, maybe, but convalescents need feeding up.
Maybe if I brought some meat, some game, that would strengthen them up.
That would be a great help.
Anything else you need?
Look around.
Well, it is a little crowded.
Crowded? I've had to leave some of the sick lying in the open air, even at night. And have you seen what they're lying on?
I'll try to negotiate better conditions with the monastery.
I tried that, out loud. They just nod their heads, but don't move a muscle.
Very well. And how are you doing? You're the only woman here, alone in the monastery.
Some of the monks speak to me, but other people act like I don't exist. Too bad the custodian isn't one of those.
Is the custodian causing you problems?
All the time. Apparently he has a wife somewhere, but that doesn't stop him. He's constantly strutting around in front of me.
And, what else?
What do you mean, what else? He's invited me to his home.
I could do something about it, if you liked.
No, I can deal with him. The last thing I need is you going around threatening people. It won't help me, and it definitely won't help the refugees.
Why is there a guard outside?
He's here because of me.
Because of you?
Yes. There was one time I just had enough of it all, of the way they treat us, and I almost slapped one of... But that doesn't matter.
What can you tell me about the custodian?
He's supposed to be in charge of all the guards and the security of the monastery. But really, he has a say in pretty much everything, including supplies. And that's why he probably thinks he can do whatever he wants.
All right, that's all I need to know.
Look, Henry, I know I can speak harshly, but I'm at the end of my tether. Last week, Bohuslav died. Maybe you knew him. And nobody even blinked an eye. We desperately need help.
I'll do whatever's in my power.
Take care.
You're the one who's in charge of the wounded.
Yes, I'm the infirmarius here. Time was I only had a few elderly...
Monks so old they can't hold themselves up with their own legs.
Oh, if that were the only bodily function they could control. But I shouldn't talk like that.
Were you satisfied with my weeding?
You said it was finished, but I took a look at it. Is that what you call a finished job? Off you go. I'd better do it myself.
Why are they so badly provided for? People are crammed in next to each other, and some have to sleep out.
I can't afford anything more for them.
How is that possible? You're the infirmarius.
But I have no say in how much, and because the abbot's away, it's still the same amount I had when I was taking...
Can't you do anything? Won't the others help?
Unfortunately not. The brothers in the cloister, and the custodian has enough on his plate with the chaos in the region. Besides, his main concern is the smooth...
And the local custodian? His crew has enough provisions.
I tried him, but it seems he had some disagreement with Johanka, and now he won't give us anything.
I can't believe your conscience lets you leave the Scalet.
I know. I'm shamed. But my brothers believe...
Even so,
You're not the...
Farewell.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm honored that a knight such as you takes an interest.
I'm helping at the infirmary now, and I came to...
Ah, and how is Johanka? Do you know her well?
Yes, I do.
Good, good. Does she ever talk about me?
Sometimes. A little.
That's good. Excellent. Johanka means a lot to me.
I'm mainly here for supplies and to talk about the state of the wounded from Scalets. They need blankets, food...
Well, that's not my problem. Let the infirmarius take care of it.
His hands are tied. Until the abbot comes back, he can't get anything.
And why should that interest me?
Maybe because of Johanka.
What precisely are you getting at?
She has a kind heart. Everyone can see how deeply she cares about the wounded. If you help her selflessly, it'll win her over. She's bound to be impressed.
Maybe you're right. It will cost me something, but I'll discuss it with Nicodemus. I should be able to help in some way. May the Lord watch over you.
Are you
I
blind?
don't think they're letting me know. Some change.
For crime, and come and get it, fine people, and pork crackers, a joy to taste. Ladies and gentlemen.
Poor or rich, old or young, they are
Greeting. God bless.
I'd like to do...
Well,
What do you say to...
well,
Well, that's...
take care.
I'd like to discuss...
Hi. Bye.
Yeah! Yeah! I better not go in any further. I might drown.
God's.
Let's have a word.
Coming right up.
ale for me.
Yeah.
Look out!
Everything here is fine. I brought some meat.
Thank you, Henry. Rich food will definitely help.
Tell me more. All right.
Goodbye.
Money to keep.
He'll be able to get out of this on his own. He just needs to sleep.
Christ above!
What are you making such
A fuss? Because of my leg, I have to. Hurts like fuck. And with everyone else moaning and groaning all night, I can't.
Maybe I can make you something to...
Oh, then for God's. God be with you. Quiet!
He just needs to sleep. Philip, from Skalitz. I don't see any wounds, but he's shaking terribly. He's not reacting.
What will happen to my
But
family?
everything here is fine. I'm not needed here. He'll be able to get out of this on his own. He just needs to sleep.
Please, help me. I can't stay here. Huh?
What's wrong with that man by the altar? He doesn't look wounded, but he's really pale and doesn't react at all.
He had a broken leg. A bad one. The bone had come right through the skin. We tried to straighten it, but I don't know if we did it right. I'm not holding out much hope for him. I've seen folk in that state before, and it didn't end well.
My God, there has to be something we can do.
And what do you suggest? The monks won't help, and I don't know anyone else who can.
Well, I can try. I'll straighten his leg.
You?
Unfortunately, I've had occasion to try this sort of thing before. You have to place the bones as precisely as you can next to each other. It's hard, but you have to ignore any screams of pain. That's the only way to help him.
Well, fine. Try it then.
What happened to Philip?
Poor man. There was nothing wrong with him, and now he's getting worse every day.
But do you know why?
Maybe. He didn't run away from Skalitz, you see. He hid for days, among the corpses. If he got poisoned.
But what can we do?
Us? Nothing. Only Father Simon might have been able to save.
And where is he?
You know he left Skalitz years ago.
And does anyone know where he ended?
If you believe the stories about a wild man in the woods. Goodbye.
Please.
Yeah. Are you holding him firmly?
Aye.
Done.
Please.
Yeah, where? You're not from Skalitz?
No, but please help me.
What happened to you?
I was working on the building when the scaffolding up by the roof.
Well.
Yes, that's what everyone tells me. But it's no use being alive if all I can do is lie here like a wet sack of barley.
Well, you're pretty battered, but I don't see anything that a few weeks' rest can't fix.
Weeks? My God, I have to get back to work sooner than that.
What's the problem? Why can't you stay?
I have a family. I'm poor. It's only thanks to the building work that we can survive. And the master, and where can me and my wife go then? Who'll take us in? We'll end up living in the woods.
Is there anything I can do to help? It looks like...
When I was little, my father got trampled on by a horse, and an old hag from the village gave him some kind of purple herbs for it.
And do you remember what the herbs were?
I don't. But there's supposed to be the whole cursed knowledge of the world in this place. Something has to be written about it.
I'll try to find...
Thank you.
Good luck to you.
Shit.
You look all right?
Mostly, but my leg still hurts.
Did the cumin...
That's what I tell the ladies. Truth is, I did myself. Occasionally. They told me they don't have enough bandages.
Well, that's no use. Those bandages... I've got bandages, so I can...
Wonderful. Could you tell Brother Nicodemus?
I can do it myself.
Yeah,
a long time ago. But unfortunately, I've had to learn a thing or two about the...
Well, God be with...
How are you feeling?
Good.
It will. Tell them to reband...
Thank you very much.
Don't mention it.
Good luck to you.
I see you look much better.
No, I feel much better. If you ever need to know about anything that's going on in Sasau, come and see me. There's nothing much happens here without mine. Thomas is my...
God be with you.
Take care now.
Do you know anything about her?
I'm not an expert.
Well, one of the workers who was injured during construction would like... He mentioned some...
Herbs.
Oh, purple herbs that should help.
I couldn't tell you off the top of my head, but you can have a look in the herbarium here.
How about some potions?
Certainly.
Reliable.
Some of the brothers... And sometimes, that's the only way to...
Thanks.
Take care now.
What the...
can't sleep again.
Yeah. 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 Hopefully I have what you need.
Thank you. With any luck, if you find the time, stop. God be with.
Dear Mistress Johanka, I come again in admiration of your selfless dedication. I would like to invite you to a fine banquet at my palace. You certainly have earned What business have you here, fellow? Who let you in?
I'm taking care of the wounded, as I'm sure you're aware.
Ah. Well then, run along and take care of them, and let me talk to Johanka. You're not needed here.
Wouldn't it be better to have the banquet here, custodian?
What?
If you won't give the sick anything else, can you at least hold the banquet here?
Nobody's going to talk to me that way. Lock him up for the night and let him learn some manners.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't you start. Oh well, I wouldn't mind a bite to eat, actually.
That custodian Sebastian is really obnoxious.
He can be unpleasant, but in his own way. I don't know.
You can't be serious.
What's that supposed to mean? At least he was here, unlike you, the whole time. And anyway, mind your own business. May the Lord watch over you.
Tell me more about... All right.
God bless.
Hey, stop that! Christ, a thief! God! God, come here quick! There's a thief over there! Help! Arrest that thief! I see a thief! God! You there! Stop! Surrender! You'll have to answer. Thief! You were seen. You should have thought twice about what you were.
All right, that's enough.
What's of?
Damn it.
You've purged. Give me all the things. Thief!
I won't get any sleep. I just won't get any sleep. can't sleep again.
I've got something for you.
Really?
Drink this, and you'll fall straight to sleep.
Oh, goodbye.
Yeah.
I hope I can be of...
I see there's not much going on around here.
Quite so. All by myself. All the others were either killed by...
I'm sorry to hear that. And what's keeping you here, alone?
My older brother ran away with the wandering players. So when our father was on his deathbed, he made me swear I'd never leave our home.
I can see you took your vow seriously.
I did. But it's starting to get dangerous around here. Again.
The humans.
If it were humans, I'd grab an axe and that would be that. But a week back, some rabble made their way through here. They begged me for food, and mark my words, they weren't taking no for an answer. If they'd been just a tad hungrier, I swear they would have stormed the cottage.
There are gangs like that around. I saw the mess they left behind. Savages.
It was horrible. People tried to find shelter in the church, but them dogs was waiting. They knew too well that's where folk would try to hide.
And where did you hide?
By the grace of God, I got my family away into the woods.
But I don't see your family with you. I hope those bastards didn't sniff them out.
No, it takes better man than them to track me down. I sent my wife to Ratte with some others.
Do you think folk will ever go back to their homes?
I don't know about Skallets, but the folk here are sure to want to come back. The only thing they're missing is spiritual support.
Do you mean the priest?
Indeed. When the land's at war, noblemen fight to protect their property. But simple folk want someone to tend their souls.
Of course. But it was the Skallets parish priest who ministered here, wasn't it?
He did. But there's been no sign of him since the attack. Or at least he's definitely not in Ratte among the refugees.
That's true enough. I didn't see him there.
But if you're interested, young fella, maybe you could help us find the priest we need here.
Isn't it up to the bishop to appoint a priest?
You're probably right, but you don't seem interested in doing it. Why waste time finding a priest for a village with just one?
Yeah, you're probably right. I can always ask, but I've really got no idea where to...
I can help with that. A few years ago, there used to be another priest in Skallet.
Simon. Father Simon. I remember him.
Aye, I don't want to spread rumours, but they say he was in love with his housekeeper. And then she died somehow.
Sodom and Gomorrah. Clerics today.
Well, to finish the story, Simon left the parish and there was neither sight nor sound of him for a long time. Until...
And what's he doing here?
That's just it. People say he's become a hermit.
All right.
I couldn't tell you exactly, but you could start by talking to that girl's parents. Well,
I'll go and see what they have to say for...
God go with you, lad, and I pray you find him. If some heathen stabs me in my sleep, I'd rather have a decent burial.
Don't worry.
Farewell.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jesus! Has something happened? God preserve you, good night. Can I do something for you?
I'm looking for the priest, Father Simon, and I heard you might know of him.
Simon? What do you want him for?
I'm looking for the priest who used to take care of St. James, and the locals tell me they saw him around here.
I don't know if I can help you there. He'll never go back to his parish, if you ask me. Very well. What is it you want?
What went on between...
Nothing that hasn't happened before. Our Mary was his... She was pretty. Very pretty. And he was young, and so things went the way they...
Yes, these things...
I said as much. Only she never had the chance to hold that babe in her arms.
I'm very sorry.
Such is a woman's lot in life. Men die in battle, and women...
And what happened to Simon?
The poor man. He took it the worst. He was sure God's wrath...
That's rubbish. People lie together out of wedlock all the time.
That's just what I told him. But it's hardly my place to lecture a priest. He was overflowing with grief. He barely spoke, didn't eat, refused to take a new housemaid.
Where can I find him?
I heard that too, and I'm inclined to believe it, even though I haven't seen...
How come?
After our poor Mary went to her rest, we used some of the money he'd paid us to put a cross up by the roadside. And lately, there's been wreaths of comfrey turning up.
You think Simon does?
Who knows? Maybe it's a miracle. I could believe anything. But there's not been fresh ones for a while, so perhaps he's moved on elsewhere again.
I see. Can you tell me where that cross...
Certainly. There are settling tanks for the mines to the west of Skalitz. On the hill above them in the woods, there are several paths. Mary's cross is by one of them, close to...
All right. I'll be going.
Very good, then.
I'll tell him.
Goodbye.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
This must be that cross. Mary's mother was right. Someone did lay flowers here recently.
Yeah.
I should have a look around and see if there's comfrey growing anywhere nearby.
Yeah.
Hey, you. What are you...
I've come for the priest.
There's no one here called...
There is. Do you take me for...
All right. Maybe there is someone.
I think you should talk less.
And why is that?
I might. But it doesn't matter, because I saw you yesterday and then stopped by Talmberg to report. So...
Shit. All right. We'll go. How far are they?
Far enough still. If you run...
Right. Thank you.
Are you alright?
Yes, I think so. Oh, what happened to those wretches?
They're skulking around here.
Good God! Couldn't you scare them off somehow? I'm afraid they'll be back.
I'll see what I can do.
Just don't hurt any... Oh, thank you, my son.
They didn't look dangerous. The only thing...
I know, poor fools. But I was afraid they'd leave me here. What? And to whom do I owe...
My name's Henry. You may remember me. I'm the son of the Skalitz blacksmith.
Your face does seem familiar. But listen, Henry, I can't help feeling you didn't stumble across me by accident.
It's true.
Me? What on earth could I...
I need you to go back to St. James. The folk there need spiritual guidance. Skalitz is a burned-out shell, and many have died in St. James.
I understand, but I have to disappoint you. I gave up my calling. Instead, I've given myself over...
The people need you. Please understand that.
I understand, but they need a better priest than I.
Do you have any idea what's going on around you? There is war, Father. War. People are dying.
They slaughtered folk in St. James who sought sanctuary in the church.
I'm not blind. I do know what's happened.
And yet you want me to go back and tell them that the only person far and wide who could serve as their priest turned them down?
You lay a great burden on me, Henry.
I know that, but the people do need you.
You're probably right. It is my duty. At least for a time, until they find someone better.
I don't think they'll find anyone better in a hurry.
All right. I'll take what I can carry and go back to St. James.
Thank you. Your parishioners will... I need help with...
and what?
Oh, nothing. But Philip from Skalitz is dying. He's lying in Sasau and won't last long.
Slowly now. What happened to him?
Nobody knows much. He's not wounded, but I heard he was hiding from the Cumans.
The Lord have mercy. The living should never lie with the dead. His intestines must be purged.
How do I clean his intestines?
It might surprise you, but you'll have to give him alcoholic spirits. The purest you can get your hands on. The best is distilled from Artemisia. It'll make him a bit delirious, but it'll help. I'll show you how to prepare it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jesus Christ be...
I found you a priest.
Really?
The former parish priest of St. James. I persuaded him to return.
So you...
Yes. He was wrong.
Thank God. You'll see. Once there's a priest, people...
I hope so.
I've put together a small sum for a new piece. So...
I couldn't possibly take it. You'll need...
As you wish, then. I shan't wait.
So, farewell to you. And I hope he gets here soon.
I'll keep an eye on him myself. God, take care.
Yeah. Yeah.
Goodbye.
I feel quite hungry.
You saved me. You've no idea what you've done.
I didn't do that.
You did more than anyone else here. I'm sorry, I've got no money to repay you. But I can tell you a secret. How workers like me...
God be with you.
How are the wounds?
Some of others are done. It's a good.
How can I?
Have you talked?
I did.
Well, if you know something about it, then go and take a look.
That's true.
Come and speak to me.
Thank you.
Sure, farewell.
Tell me more. All right, that's all I need to know.
God be with you.
I'd like to do... What about...
Come now.
Si-
I'd almost...
Ah! Watch where you're going, you. Show what you're made of!
You call
Hell
that
from
combat?
me.
I'll have you.
Come here, lily liver!
Oh dear, did that hurt?
Is that the best you can do? Yeah. I'm gonna Yeah.
I've got something for you. I got them from Uncle Peshek. Just don't go poking them where you shouldn't.
They're lockpicks. They're not really intended for poking in your own locks.
True, but at least don't get caught. And if you do...
I've got some...
All right. If I didn't...
Wouldn't you like to...
The time passes so quickly. Come and see me.
Yeah! Could do with a bite to eat.
God's... See you later.
Let's talk...
Well...
Yeah.
This won't take long.
Ah! Yeah. Yeah.
Ah! Watch where you're going, you lout. You nearly killed me.
Tell me. All right.
God be with you.
Damn it, I'm hungry.
Quiet.
What happened?
We brought you back to the land of the living.
How?
For a long time. Your friends have left.
I have to find them.
Rest now. You're going to be very weary for the next week or two. You'll find your friends. They probably ended up in Ratai like most of our folk.
Well, all right. And Henry?
Hmm?
I can't sleep again.
Thank you.
How are the sick and wounded faring? I don't think there's anything more I can do for them.
You did what you could. Truly. I don't know what I would have done without you.
Goodbye.
Yeah. Yeah.
God.
Have you got a...
Hi. For how long?
How about if I...
No problem.
That's a lot.
Suit yourself.
Have you got a bed?
I suppose. For how long?
Just the one.
Sure.
Is this enough?
You want.
Satisfied?
Well. God bless. I'll be back in a few shakes.